What's poppin', y'all? Welcome back to another episode of Don't Sleep. I am your host, Pee Wee the Plug, 1/4 through the wire, number one Knicks fan in the world, aka Mr. Know It All. In this episode, we're going to be breaking down the reasons why I think Nickeil Alexander-Walker is going to be big for the Pelicans, is going to have a huge breakout year, and also these are the reasons why I think you shouldn't sleep on him. Don't sleep. Let's get to this film. So there's four parts of Nickeil Alexander's game that we're going to break down. And the first of the four is his shot creating, his ability to create shots for himself. He was able to take this up a notch last year with a more increased role, more increased minutes. And I'm hoping in his third year, by him now being a starter, as he at least he should be, that it will go up even more. This is a game against the Clippers early in the season. This is not an end of the year game where, a lot of first year guys go off in garbage time minutes. This is Nickeil Alexander against the Los Angeles Clippers, full starters, Kawhi and Paul George. And he had a career night that I think he ended up having 37 points in. I'm going to let the clip flow. Just taking Paul George off the dribble, step back mid-range shot, lethal. That's a very, very lethal shot. It's $1 million shot. So one of the four qualities, or one of the things that we're going to talk about, is his scoring, his passing, and his ability to catch and shoot to complement Brandon Ingram and Zion Williamson, along with his defense. But with a lot of the self-creation and even the passing, one of the key things about him is he operates out of the pick and roll. The pick and roll is one of the most used play, if not the most used play in the NBA, as you'll know. And the more you can be crucial in here, the more better to be, because now you come off here, he helps, you can kick it to BI, he helps, you have JJ. It won't be JJ next year, but you get the picture. It just opens up the floor a lot more to do a lot of different things. And right now you see Paul George is so concerned about the screen, he denies it. Subtle hip grab that this ref probably isn't going to be able to see. This ref definitely can't see. And it's real fast, because you understand that we're breaking this down in slow motion, but in the course of the game, it's happening real fast. Boom. Patient stride. Doesn't rush into Serge Ibaka. You know you're not kicking it back here, so there's no need to rush. Follow through all the way. He drops. Stop. Paul George feet. Can't set, obviously. Not fast enough. And that's an open shot. Good contest by Paul George. One of the top perimeter defenders for a reason. And Nickeil Alexander-Walker is still able to get that shot off. Just very subtle and simple. Just very subtle and simple. Same thing here. We go with the next play. Out of the pick and roll again. Weave through, and a nice floater over Serge Ibaka. That's one of the underrated things in his offensive arsenal, is the floater. Nickeil Alexander, for his size as a 6'6" combo guard, because I do think he can play some lead guard minutes for this team, because they are a little lacking in the point guard department with experience, I'll say, and just quality guards. So he might have some opportunity to play lead guard. And if I was coaching them, I would experiment with allowing him to play point guard. I'm very high on this young man right here in the corner, potentially being their point guard, Brandon Ingram. But I do also know that you want Brandon Ingram to be playing with a scorer's mentality for majority of the game. They played and flirted around with point Zion. Again, because Zion isn't a natural playmaker, I think that limits you offensively. So I would experiment with allowing Nickeil Alexander to be your lead guard. Devontae Graham, to me, is going to be more of a scoring, floor spacing guard, or to play in these certain spots and pockets to help with the spacing around Zion and whatnot. But I would play with Nickeil Alexander at the lead guard, see how it goes, and then let Zion be with Zion. Let Ingram be the scorer. And then you just see what Nickeil can do. Out of the pick and roll again. Like I said, weaves through. Snake dribble. Doesn't go all the way through because he sees he has the floater. And boom. Flow right over a shot blocker. Easy bucket. And when I was watching the film, I noticed that that's a real legitimate thing that he has in his game. Is a legitimate floater. Here we have against the Clippers again. We go right into the pick and roll. Paul George goes under, splash. It doesn't get more simpler than that. I mean, I don't really have anything to even break down with that. But I mean, I talk about it a lot with these breakdowns so far early on. This is the best type of basketball to me, is when it just gets this simple. Screen and roll, You go over the top and you fight, I'm going to keep going until you have to recover. And if you don't, I'll get a layup or I'm dumping it down in my big. But if you go under, I'm just going to make you pay for that. Simple. It's very simple. You take what the defense gives you. That's what the great players do, or the above average, or the better than just good players. They take what the defense is giving you, because once you don't take what the defense is giving you, now you're forcing things. And, you know, in the game of basketball, forcing things is never ideal. Here, pick and roll again, but I want to take this back really, really quick. Nickeil Alexander-Walker, his game is straight to the point. We won't have a lot of this stuff is just about seeing it and identifying it. It's not, a lot of this stuff is very simple and to the point. Won't be a lot of teaching, I think, in this episode, but just a lot of glorifying things and just pointing it out. So, pick and roll again. I think every play we've seen, the pick and roll or the big Adams has been involved in some sorts, whether he denied it, used it, whatever. Here again, we have the pick and roll. Primary ball handler. What I love about him, in one of the first clips, we had pace. Again, same thing with pace. Paul George comes over, a little hesitation and a little change of speed, just a tad bit, makes Paul George commit back to Josh Hart. And now he just goes back into what he was doing. Clear Paul George out of the way with a change of speed and a little patience, and you got yourself a free layup. Ibaka never fully commits, and he's aggressive. He's not worried about Ibaka, even if he does commit. His mind is on scoring. You got a lot of guards who, like Lonzo. I love Lonzo, but in this situation, over the years, Lonzo has proven to be predictable because he doesn't want to attack, because he doesn't want to go to the free throw line. So he's trying to force this pass 90% of the time. Now, if you have a guy like Nickeil Alexander-Walker, he has no problem going to the line. He's aggressive. He wants to score, but he doesn't mind making that pass if he has to. And boom, we're putting pressure on the defense now. It's a lot more things can open up for Brandon Ingram and Zion when there's others who can create for themselves, who can create for them to get them easier baskets. And now you can get some easier shots for a Josh Hart. Like I said, Devontae Graham will be a guy over here in this position. Trey Murphy III is now a 3-and-D wing who will be over here and is going to be a lethal beyond the arc threat, I would guess. And now a lot of things are going to open up for that New Orleans Pelicans offense. And I think Nickeil Alexander-Walker is going to be a big part of it. And that's exactly why I say I would play with him at the lead guard just to see how it goes. Here, this is a tough sign. This is a tough basket, man. Step back three are one of the best perimeter defenders over the past decade. That's not an easy bucket. And you make it look so simple. First play from this game where there isn't a center. This is just a straight up clear out. Like I said, this is his career high game. This is early in the season or earlier in the season. This is not an end of the year game where, you know, look, the records, 11th game in or 12th game in. The Clippers are 7-4. Pelicans are 4-5. This is super early. Lonzo was hurt, so I believe Nickeil Alexander-Walker got the start. And he put up 37 points on two extremely talented perimeter defenders in the game. And it was off plays like this. Clear out, end of shot clock, third quarter. We need every basket we can get. Crazy. Get some going, get some leaning, stops, pace. All about pace, change of speed, change of direction for some other guys. Boom. Now Kawhi thinks he's about to take that shot, so of course he's ready to contest that. While he's already off balance. Boop, hand up, but nope. I'm stepping back. Money. Keeping them in the game. Kept them in the entire game. Incredible shot. Even here, now we're back to pick and roll. Got the big right there involved. We back in pick and roll situation. Comes off the screen, uses it. Paul George now doesn't go under because early in the game he made him pay for going under. So now he was going over to chase. And what do we talk about? We talked about the floater game. Before we even get to the floater, Patrick Beverley, good defender, irritant. I'm not letting you get your hand in this cookie jar. Protect the basketball with a little cuff. And we floating right over Ibaka because the floater is an actual part of his arsenal. And I'm going to let that play fully through for y'all one time on a one time. Pick and roll, cuff, float. Very simple. Just taking what the defense gives me. Paul George go under, I make him pay. He go over, I make him pay with a floater. And I'm attacking this big man. Gots to love it. Now here we go against Orlando. Another nice game for him. Waiting for the screen to come. But before I even let this play, I want to point something out. Before the screen even comes. This is Dwayne Bacon, who's now a Knick, former Florida State Seminole. Before the screen even comes, pay attention to Dwayne Bacon. He already, whoa. Before the screen even come, he got him lean. Whoa. A little ta-ta. For those of you that don't know, Nickeil Alexander walks out with the big guard whisper. The guard whisper, the big guard you. He got him leaning. Shout out to big guard you. Look at that floater. A real asset in his game. Nothing much to break down here, ladies and gentlemen. Simple basketball one-on-one. Screen and roll. Give me some space. I come off. A lot of space here. I wouldn't be mad if Nickeil started taking this jump shot. Wouldn't be mad. Wouldn't be mad. But I'm also not mad at this because he's showing me that it's legit. It's legit. It's not just a lucky shot he hit a couple times in the game. This is something that he actually has in the bag. But I would like to start seeing a little bit of that elbow pull up. If a guy like Mo Bamba is dropping that far back, I would like to see it a little bit. Same thing, except this is not Mo Bamba anymore. It's Wendell Carter now. Okay? This is also James Ennis and not Dwayne Bacon. But literally this exact same play. Matter of fact, we're going to let it play through one time. Screen comes. He's dropping. Floater again over you. It's real. It's real. Legitimate. This is not a fluky shot that just is getting lucky this game. We've seen it against the Clippers. Now this is back-to-back, same exact play. And now that's going to open up a lot of things because now the entire defense of the Orlando Magic and their coaching staff is saying, hey, he just did that twice. We got to stop that. So now the next time they run pick and roll, everybody's mind is going to be to not give up that. So now what he might do is he may go under. And we saw what happens against the Clippers when you go under on Nickeil Alexander-Walker. He can make that shot. So now you're making the defense pick their poison and you're making them think. And the more you can make the defense and the opponent think, the more advantage that you have. Here, same thing. Kira Lewis, who's a young guard for them, who is going to be nice in the upcoming years, but I'm not sure if he's ready right now to be their starting point guard. So this is why I would also play with Nickeil Alexander-Walker at the point guard. Like I said, Devontae Graham is a good guard, but I look at him as a floor spacing, three-point shooting threat guard versus a legitimate playmaker who is running my offense. Boom. Kick it out. Try to run me off the line. Who is this? Wesley Matthews. One step in. Two dribble. Gallop high so Montrezl Harrell can't put his hand in there. And then I'm floating right over Montrezl because he's not a shot blocker. I don't fear him. Another floater. A lot in his bag, man. We'll let that run through. Pump fake, two dribble, high, right into the floater. Right there. That's a very, very good move. Very simple and straight to the point, but it's a very, very good move. Against the Lakers again. All my clips are early in the season, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. No garbage time minutes or anything like that for me. Incredible shot. Very simple. Let me not say garbage time minutes because essentially, I guess this would classify as garbage time. But you get what I mean. These are important games where these teams were trying to win. This is against NBA caliber players. Kuzma plays legit minutes. Harrell plays against legit minutes. Caruso plays legit minutes. It's not just against a third unit who's you're never going to see on the floor. Gets the screen. Got Kuzma. Stepped back a little bit just to see what he'd do with it. He stayed flat-footed. Didn't commit. So now, okay, bet. I'm popping it. Right in your grill. Simple. Taking what the defense is giving me. No better way to play basketball. Let this play through. We got Lonzo, Jackson Hayes coming off. Little screen handoff. Oh, my gosh. That's what you work out in the summer for, to have a bag. That's right there is what we talk about, a bag. The screen, Jackson Hayes didn't screen absolutely anything. They switched anyway, good communication. Kyle Anderson, a longer defender. Not going to get past him. Cutting him off. And now you just got to change your direction. Boom. Create some separation because he's long. Got it right off. Incredible shot, man. That's a tough shot. Can't teach that. Boston Celtics. Grant Williams. A brick house. Taking him to the bucket. Catch. Go at him with the left. Spin back right. Into the middle. Right through his chest. Even though he's bigger, stronger. Floater. Right over him and Robert Williams. Right over the tips of Robert Williams' fingers. Right over. Bucket. This dude has a legit arsenal, man. Against the Grizzlies again. Now we get into the passing. Great. It's a good pass, but this is an even better cut by Eric Bledsoe. Got to give credit to Eric Bledsoe. Out of the pick and roll again, though. Everybody's so focused on the pick and roll. All 5 defenders have their eyes on Nickeil Alexander-Walker. All of them. So now this is what I mean when I talk about the pick and roll play and why it's essential to play out of the pick and roll with a lethal offensive arsenal or skill set. There's a lot of guys who are good out of the pick and roll, but they have limitations because A, they don't shoot, right? 2, fast. You got some guards who are too fast for their own good. They just go off the pick and roll and explode into double teams, explode into help, ball security, getting the ball ripped out. You got a guy like Ben Simmons who I love, but if he's coming off a pick and roll, he's not going to shoot it. So Philadelphia doesn't even run a lot of pick and rolls because what's the point? You know what I mean? But now when you have a guy who, if you go under, he makes you pay. You go over, he can make you pay. And now the cherry on top is if he gets everybody's attention because of the plays he's made, everything opens up and he's able to make the reads. Nothing crazy. Just a simple backdoor. But that's the shit that opens up everything because now it's a different team this year, right? So this could be Jonas Valanciunas. This could be Brandon Ingram. This could be, let's say this is Devontae Graham. This is Brandon Ingram. He's going to shoot up. Brandon Ingram could be here. You can have even more space. Brandon Ingram can play out. And this is Zion Williamson. Going backdoor for the dunk. Just different ways. Or this could still be Devontae Graham. This could be Brandon Ingram. This could be whoever you want it to be. But they're going to be playing with, I think, a lot better pool of talent. And the more better the talent is, the more easier buckets you'll get. The more you can make a team pay. More passing. Pick and roll again. James Johnson. Incredible lob to Jackson Hayes. But again, it's going to be a different amount of talent. And he's going to be a starter now, Nickeil. So he won't be playing always with the second units of the world. So again, this can now be Devontae Graham, Trey Murphy III, Brandon Ingram. We playing small. This is Zion. Valanciunas, he's on my team now. And now, that's Zion you're throwing a lob to. It's easy money. This team has potential to be real lethal. The West is packed. I'm not saying they're going to do anything crazy, but I think the Pelicans are going to be better. Against the Lakers, dribble handoff. Great cut. Again, great finish by Marshall. But, dog, this potentially could be Brandon Ingram, Zion Williamson. That's a different case. He made it. We're going to give him credit. He made it. But if that's Zion, Marc Gasol getting dunked on. He's on a poster now. Right? So, the passing, the whole offensive skill set and arsenal that Nickeil Alexander is working with, it just can open up so many doors for this young Pelican team, man. I'm really excited. I think he can have a breakout year. More passing. Now we have Zion on the court with Steven Adams, though. A little bit of a snake dribble. Go around. The Steve Nash way. Nickeil Alexander-Walker is Canadian, so I'm sure he grew up watching Steve Nash, but this is what Steve Nash used to do. Dribble around. Now the defense is switching and watching, and they're all discombobulated. And now he's fell asleep. Jamal Murray. So Zion, like I said, in previous plays that I just showed, I kept saying, imagine if this is Zion cutting, if he's going back door. Now we have a situation where he is going back door, and it's lights out. Boom. These are real situations that we could see because Nickeil Alexander-Walker should now be playing more minutes with these guys on the floor. And I'll let that play in full speed. Boom. You cut. You got to either foul or move out the way like Paul Millsap did. And that's the easy bucket. Those are the type of buckets you want Zion to get. You don't want to have him constantly battling and scraping and fighting for every single bucket that he can get. That's just not, no, it's not what you want. Again, simple plays. I drive, I kick. That's Josh Hart. That potentially this coming season can be Devontae Graham, Trey Murphy III, who I think can project to be better shooters than Josh Hart on a more consistent basis. Josh Hart is not a bad shooter at all, though. I will say that. But yeah, I'm taking my man off the dribble. We got a screen right there. He was screening for him. He just didn't use it. Or he was trying to screen, or just whatever Jackson Hayes was doing. And I'm taking Michael Porter Jr. with me. I'm taking Composite with me. I'm dragging 3 guys, and JaMychal Green got involved. Simple read once you do that. Kick it out. All that space. He got all the time in the world to make that shot. It's a clean shot. Shots like that don't often come that clean. More passing. He can make this pass too. I like Lonzo. I like what Lonzo brings to the table. I know a lot of people was like, man, with Lonzo's passing ability and Zion, but man, Nickeil Alexander can make the same passes. Right on the money. Right on the money. And you can make teams play if you're playing smaller with Zion at the center. Come on, man. Frank Kaminsky. Stop it. On the money. Incredible. We're not done with the passing yet. Got him shaking him out of his boots. Damian Jones. Quick dump off to Willie Herman Gomez. Next year, that's Jonas Valanciunas. Jonas Valanciunas is one of the most underrated bigs in the game. That'll be him next year. Just better talent. Got him rocking. He all out of the play. Move the ball. Go into my dribble. He's already out of the play. Bring again 3 white jerseys to me again. Dump off to my big. It just becomes simple. It's ABCs at this point. Right? It's very simple. I'm not even breaking down nothing to y'all. Y'all, this is stuff that y'all know yourselves. You make a defense collapse. Again, 3 white jerseys. Jerome Robinson. Spin him out of the play. But that's who was guarding him. But he spent him out of the play. Robin Lopez is now there. And he's going up. I don't even know who this dude is. I don't even know who that is, y'all. I'm a basketball fanatic. Who is that? I have not the slightest clue who that is. Number 16. Yeah, I don't know who that is. Another simple play though. Make the defense collapse. Pick and roll. Dump down. Marvin Bagley, what are you doing? Committed too much. Pick and roll again. Nice pass to Zion. Maybe a little too much. But boom. Simple. Zion's going to be able to eat with a guy like this. Because now defenses can't make them be predictable. Last year, the Pelicans were solid, but they at times can be predictable because they were led by a guy who was a little predictable. Lonzo, as much as I love him, again, when Lonzo is up in here, defenses aren't stupid, man. They start to see and they catch on certain habits and consistencies and things that you do. And Lonzo was a guy that always is looking to make these passes. He's always trying to get the ball out because, again, he doesn't want to go to the rim because he doesn't finish well at the rim, and he doesn't want to go at this free throw line because he's a below 70% free throw shooter on his career. He's making strides to get better, but that's always been the history of Lonzo Ball. So now that you have a guy like Nickeil Alexander-Walker, who, number one, is going to be able to shoot it and off the dribble in the pick and roll, but he's also fearless because he doesn't mind going to the basket, and he doesn't mind going to the charity strike. So now you have options. He can float it, dump it down to Zion, and if Zion can get dump-offs where he's just scoring this easily, not exerting so much energy, it's better. The point Zion is going to be exhausting for him, man, unless he comes into camp a lot better shape than I'm predicting. Now we can get into the defense. I got some viewers who talk about the defense. They want to know what the defensive side of the ball is looking like for some of these players in the Don't Sleep series. We put some defense in here. Nickeil Alexander ain't winning no Defensive Player of the Year award, but he can hold his own. A lot of his stuff is about just being in the right place at the right time. Anticipation, mental things, effort, refusing to get screened. My IQ tells me that he's pushing me towards something for something. He's pushing me there for a reason. Now I turn my head, I see that Nico Mannion guard coming to screen me. He should be offended. That little ass guard can't screen me. So I'm gonna muscle up, get into Kent Bazemore. I'm muscling up. And no, you're not gonna be able to get this screen, buddy. No way. I'm right there with you. And because these guys aren't used to playing, especially on ESPN, they trying to get passes through that ain't even available. He can't even post them up. Nickeil Alexander just not going, and I'm anticipating. I know where the ball going. All chest, limited hands, no fouling. Give me that. Beat you to the spot. Gotta love it. Again, he's not nobody that's winning a Defensive Player of the Year award or anything like that, but he's not going to be a liability. It's not going to be a liability at all. Anticipation. All he did right here was be where he's supposed to be. The ball goes there. I'm one step over now. I'm in help. I see the ball. Give me that. Thank you. Terrible pass by Nader. It's not even a pass I'm trying to make. That's to Jay Crowder. What is Jay Crowder going to do with the basketball right there? Turnover. Anticipation. Simple. Just simple things. Now he's guarding the ball. Etwan Moore. Long arms poked out. Steal. On ball steal. Easy. Easy money. Next possession. Make a mistake. Too eager to jump. Make up for it by being in the right place. It's good team defense. Oh, thirsty. Tried to jump it. Got caught lagging. My teammate got my back, though. That's good defense. And now all I got to do is go back there. Pick up his spot. Right place, right time. Great anticipation. Read that like a book. Gets the steal. Again, all over the place. Guarding the ball, going to help again. Now I'm in the pass lane still. Everywhere. It's just good effort at this point. He's there, helping on that. Ball is passed. He shoots here, but he gets beat by Wayne Gabriel. So now he goes to the next man, all over the place. And because he was going to there, the vacant guy helped the helper. Still, just normal basketball shit with some effort. Normal basketball reads. And now last, this to me is the most crucial part of Nickeil Alexander-Walker's game. I don't even want to say most crucial part, but probably the best part, because you have these two guys right. Oh, that's not him. Okay, Brandon Ingram isn't on the court, but Zion Williamson and Brandon Ingram are going to run the things for the Pelicans offensively. So, in order to be a star in your role or to be the most effective with Brandon Ingram and Zion, you have to be able to play off of them, which means you have to be able to catch and shoot the basketball. And that is one thing Nickeil Alexander-Walker, as we wrap up this Don't Sleep episode, I'm going to just show. Just catch and shoot. So he complements your two best players. He can self-create for himself, play solid defense, and can play make, which also complements them. Boom. I mean, it's It's simple to me. To me, it's simple. Maybe I'm different, but to me, it's extremely simple. Gotta have guys around Zion and Bi who can make shots. Look how much attention Zion attracts. Every time Zion has that ball going downhill, he's going to attract multiple defenders. Same thing with Brandon Ingram. Brandon Ingram is one of the most gifted scorers in the league. Look at that. Nobody is near him. Nobody is near him. They're so focused on taking away this drive from Brandon Ingram. Now he's going here because they don't want to dump down to Zion, and it's just clogged already because of Zion to begin with. He doesn't even have the ball and has that much attraction from the defense. And now look at Nickeil Alexander-Walker's shot. Incredible pass by Bi. Underrated playmaker. Nobody in the vicinity of him. He could tie his shoes if he wanted to. How much space he got. It's gonna be a lot of easy buckets for the entire Pelicans roster because they got a lot of different guys that can do a lot of different things. Again, Jerome Robinson is so focused on Brandon Ingram and helping Garrison Matthews because he damn sure can't guard Brandon Ingram. They just give up a clean shot. So he's going to be able to help get easier buckets for them. And in return, they're going to be able to help him. And by those three being able to help each other, they're going to help the rest of the team. Because now I could just take any of these clips. I can take Nickeil Alexander-Walker out, and I can put in Devontae Graham. He's going to make these shots too, I believe. Trey Murphy III can make these shots too. Josh Hart can make these shots too. Valanciunas is going to be the big inside now. A double-double machine. So things are going to be a lot different for them. A lot different. Look at Zion. Incredible pass. Very quick. He already ready. Knocked down. Got just a couple more. Just a couple more before we get up out of here. Look at this. Look at the attention the Blazers have on Zion. Look how lopsided the floor is. 3 defenders there. There's 4 offensive players on this side, and there's only 2 players there. Oh, man. Oh, man. Great read by Zion. Another clean shot. Easy. It's easy. There's no reason this team should have any troubles scoring the basketball, man. There's no reason. They got a defender, too. I know it's 2 ways to the basketball, and they should be better. They have a lot better talent. I think the Pelicans, if they do the right things, they can be better this year. They can be better. And that's all they should be trying to do is be better than they were last year because I think they were a huge disappointment the last 2 years. Much better talent, much better fitting pieces. Nickeil Alexander-Walker doesn't have the name or presence that Lonzo Ball has. He wasn't a 2nd overall pick. He didn't go to UCLA or anything like that. But he fits well with them. Look at Jamal Murray. Now, nowhere near him. Brandon Ingram off the pick. Zion diving. All that traffic he got. Come on, man. All the attention he brings to the traffic jam. That's a traffic jam right there. Light and day. Catches. Takes his time. Full shot. Smooth. Last clip before we get up out of here. Simple. Butter. He already done. Come on, man. Just look. He's going against a 7'5" guy. I think he is a 7'3", 7'4". Tim Hardaway Jr. still inching over as much as he can. And look. No contest. His hand don't get up. By the time he put his hand up to close out, the ball's already out of his hand. It's easy money. Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Big jump. Big season coming up. And those are my reasons why I think you shouldn't sleep on Nickeil Alexander-Walker and why I also think he's going to be a big contributor to a New Orleans Pelicans team that should be much better than we've seen them be over the last couple of seasons. As always, I appreciate you guys for tuning in. If you're new, subscribe, leave a like, and comment whether you agree, disagree. Let me know some players that you think are expecting to have breakout seasons. And also let me know some players that you think deserve to be on the Don't Sleep series in future episodes. As always, much love and appreciation from your hosts of the Don't Sleep series, Pee Wee the Plug. Peace. I'm out.